Alright, so here we go. This is gonna be the Funko Pop tour. So yeah, almost got the rhyme there. But yeah, I got these two recently. This is El Animal Indestructible and Thor. These are the most recent ones that I've got. And I decided, you know what, I've been wanting to do a Funko Pop collection video for a minute. So now that I've got these, time to do it. Time to let you see my entire Funko Pop collection. I've got Thor in front of me, so I've got the TH in my throat right now. But Funko Pop collection. So yeah, starting with these two, the most recent ones to the collection. This is Wolverine as a Mexican wrestler, as a Lucha Libre wrestler, and then Thor in, it doesn't really say, but I feel like this is a very kind of pop art style Thor. You know, that's the vibe I'm getting. But it just says special edition, so I don't know how many of these are. But who knows? Maybe this will be worth a whole lot of money in the future. Maybe this will be buying me a mansion in the future. Who knows? But that's what I got there: Thor and Wolverine as a Mexican wrestler. And up here we just got some empty boxes, but I'll show you what's, well, that's not an empty box, but over here with some empty boxes. Behind here some empty boxes as well. So over here, this is Eric Killmonger from Black Panther. This is the only one from Black Panther I got. This one actually has been re-boxed, so I did have him out the box for a while, but then I put him back in the box because the spear in his hand broke off, and I had to glue it back on, and I decided to put it back in the box to help protect that a little bit. But there's actually a variant with the mask on, and I wanted to get that, but it was like £100 and something at the time, and it's probably even worth more than that by now. But boy, if you could find that variant, then yeah, that could be worth quite a bit. Over here we have Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z and Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat's one of my favorite games of all time. Not my favorite game of all time, but one of my favorite games of all time. Used to play that a lot back in the day. But we're going to come to one of my favorite, even more favorite games than Mortal Kombat in a moment. But Scorpion, by far my favorite character. I used to play as him all the time. Back, forward punch to do the spear. Get over here! And then down uppercut for the, down punch for the uppercut. That was my move, and that served me well plenty of times. Granted, not very well against people who know what they're doing, but it did serve me well against a lot of the people who didn't know so much what they were doing that I was playing against. So yeah, big up to Scorpion, and then Vegeta over here. It's over 9,000! I don't really watch Dragon Ball Z too much, but you know, that was such a big meme, that over 9,000. My little brothers were really big into it. And then I saw this, I was like, all right, cool, let me get this one. Vegeta's the only one from Dragon Ball Z I've got, and well, Scorpion's the only one from Mortal Kombat I've got as well. And you can see the Dan box behind it. I'll show you Dan in a moment. Down here we have Venomized Thanos, which is the biggest Funko Pop. Get that again. Biggest Funko Pop that I have. It's because I got the TH from Thanos in my mouth now. And the biggest Funko Pop that I have, Venomized Thanos, right there next to Venomized Rocket Raccoon, and which actually is the smallest Funko Pop that I have. So we've got the biggest one and the smallest one right next to each other, and they're both Venomized versions of other characters. I don't have the regular Thanos. I don't even know if there is a regular Thanos for Funko Pop actually, and I don't have a regular Rocket Raccoon either. But yeah, I've got the Venomized versions, and yeah, little and large right there, and you can see the Joker in the back, looking at both of them. And over here, Masters of the Universe. That was a recent show on Netflix, but this is actually from the original, or modeled after the original Evelyn from He-Man and the Masters of the Universe back in the 80s, which is one of my favorite cartoons way back when I was a wee lad. I used to watch He-Man, and this was one of my favorite shows, and Evelyn was one of my favorite characters. But actually, you know, I'll say Evelyn was my favorite, not even one of my favorite. I'll say she was my favorite character. But I would say that I watched a few episodes of the old school He-Man again, I think maybe a couple of years ago, and I did kind of realize when you watch them as an adult that they did. Evelyn wasn't exactly a smart cookie, put it that way. But I guess a lot of that stuff escaped me as a child, and Evelyn was just still one of my favorite characters. I really just like the name though, Evelyn. It just sounded cool, like Evelyn, but Evelyn. And real quick, actually, let me show you with Evelyn. In fact, a lot of my female Funko Pops actually, the base is actually glued to the feet, and the reason why I did that is because they do have, you can see it, there's a little nub that goes into the foot. But even with that, they do kind of slide around a little bit, fall off a little bit. So yeah, I glued it to the base. That way it just kind of stands up and stays there. And then next to that, we have Elektra from the Netflix Daredevil show. Got cancelled after 3 seasons, which is a damn shame. So that's a really good show. But yeah, that's Elektra from Daredevil. This was actually the first Funko Pop that I got that I did not unbox. And then we're going to come down here, a bit of my DVDs. I actually do have a video showing my DVD collection, so we could check that out. We have Dan from Street Fighter. To be honest, Dan is kind of one of these characters that I don't particularly care for, but I bought him because it was part of the collection. I actually wanted to complete the Street Fighter collection. So that's really the only reason why I got Dan, because it's part of the collection. But over here next to Dan, we do have one of the cool characters from Street Fighter, which is Balrog, the boxer. Or if you are in Japan, then that is M. Bison. They named them differently in Japan. Well, it's named different over here than they did in Japan. It was originally named M. Bison in Japan, but over here in the UK and America, they were renamed into Balrog because they didn't want to get sued by Mike Tyson at the time. So M. Bison became the dictator, and then Balrog became the boxer. And then Balrog in Japan is Vega, who we call Vega over here. So a little bit of Street Fighter trivia for you guys right there. So yeah, Balrog the boxer, champion right there, right in front of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because why not? We've got the PlayStation controller at the back. It's PlayStation 4 controller for The Last of Us Part 2. More Street Fighter characters. So yeah, we have Akuma over here, we have Blanka, and then we have some of the greatest characters of all time, Ken and Ryu. These are the first two I got actually from the Street Fighter collection. That's Ken and Ryu, or Ryu and Ken, depending, you know, how you want to order it. But either way, Ryu, Ken, Blanka. Akuma, by the way, actually is part of the collection, but also not part of the collection. And I'll show you what I mean once I show you some of the boxes. But over here, Widowmaker from Overwatch. And I bought this because at the time I was playing a lot of Widowmaker. So I was pretty much maining Widowmaker for a while. I don't main Widowmaker anymore because I'm really not that good with Widowmaker at all. But I used to main Widowmaker for a little while. And then I bought this. I was like, all right, cool. And then ended up playing as other characters, but it doesn't matter. I've got Resident Evil at the back right there. That's a can, actually. It's Resident Evil. It was like a cherry something flavor, but I kept the can because, yeah, reasons. More Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles over here. Got a turtle soup mug. Gonna come down here. That's my bit through my CDs. Do have a video on my CDs as well. Well, more my 90s CDs, but yeah, you can check that out too. Come down here. Got Resident Evil again. Not a Funko Pop, I know, but still. So a cool figure that I got here. This is Dr. Williams. Was it Professor Williams? I don't remember. It's from Resident Evil 2 though anyway, but yeah, I got that. It came with his daughter actually. It was this figure along with the little girl, and the little girl's long since gone missing, but yeah, this managed to stick around. It's a pretty cool figure, so yeah. It's got this thing at the back as well, where you can like move the eyeballs and that kind of thing. So it's really cool, and the arms move as well, so that's a really cool thing. And stuff, I got this in Denmark. I can't remember if I bought it or won it, but I got it in Denmark. Anyway, over here, Overwatch again. This time Symmetra. This one, look how much she leans forward. It's like she's doing that dance from the Michael Jackson video. She leans all the way forward. It is not supposed to do that. And not only that, if you notice, the little nub here, that's actually bigger than the hole for her feet. So this was like all the way off from when I got it. And I glued it because I was thinking, you know, maybe it could stand a bit better, but no, it just leans forward. Now, I was told by a friend that if you dip it in, well, not even dip, just put it in boiling hot water, it would loosen the vinyl, and then you could hold it in a particular position that you want it to dry. And when it dries, it stays in that position. I tried that a bunch of times, and every time it just came back to this clock dance Michael Jackson move that she's doing right now. So I don't know if I'm going to buy another one for Symmetra or just leave it as it is. But yeah, that's Symmetra leaning forward. But I used to play Symmetra quite a little bit actually with Overwatch, and again, I don't play as her no more. So I bought it because I was maining her for a while, and then I stopped maining her, and it was like, all right, cool, that's what we're doing. But it felt funny thing is that the characters I do main as now, I don't have those Funko Pops. So hey, anyway, coming over here, we've got some books. I've got a PlayStation controller as well at the back. Let me show you this real quick. This is Mumra from Thundercats. This I bought at a convention. I can't remember which convention it was, but I bought it at a convention probably about 5, maybe 10 years ago. I think about 10 years ago, I think I bought it. So long after the 80s, by the way. But I saw it at a convention. I was like, all right, cool. It's pretty awesome. It's only a tenner. Wasn't in the box. Dirty as anything. Not really in great condition. But, you know, it's still pretty cool. Got the thing at the back that, you know, where the arms move. So, yeah. There you go. I did have a few Thundercats toys when I was a kid, but I don't have any of those anymore, so this is something that I bought as an adult to remind me of my childhood, I guess. Something like that anyway. And up here, more Street Fighter. This is Chun-Li. Chun-Li is the badass female from the Street Fighter, the original female from Street Fighter, and she had the best story and out of any Street Fighter. Well, in my opinion, she had the best story. I mean, it depends on how you look at it. I mean, it's a basic revenge tale, I guess, really, but still, I liked the story a lot. Had a lot of depth to it, or at least in my child mind, it had a lot of depth to it. So, yeah. And but yeah, this is Chun-Li. She had a movie made out of her, and that movie sucked. But anyway, we've got Chun-Li over there, and down here, Daredevil himself from the Netflix Daredevil show. This one again was reboxed because the baton broke and I had to glue it back on, so I put it back in the box. Plus the feet were just off as well. Sometimes we buy them like the feet are off and they don't stand properly, and I put blue tack on the bottom to try and get it to stand up better, and it just wasn't working. And then the baton broke, so I glued it back and put it back in the box. I was like, all right, cool, that's how we're doing it now. Cammy from Street Fighter. This got reboxed as well, and I think the reason for this one was actually because the base that they stand on, she stands on, broke. That their little nub broke. And even though, like, I know you can glue it back on, I just thought, you know, I don't want to glue this one. Let me just pull it back in the box. So this one is played by Kylie Minogue in the movie. But this is what I mean by Akuma not being part of the series, but part of the series. Because over here, so if you look here, it's all of them. And it's like I have all of them, but Akuma is not there. But if you look on the Akuma box over here, it is all the same characters. So I guess Akuma is part of the collection, but not part of the collection, but in any case. But yeah, these are some empty boxes down here. I think I've shown you all these guys, except this one. Empty box, but it's not on the shelf. Why is that? It's because Bob is over here. Bob gets a special place because Bob never dies. Bob is from Stranger Things, the Netflix show. I got a few from Netflix shows, actually, now I'm thinking about it. But anyway, Bob from the Netflix show Stranger Things. She got taken out in the first season, but as far as I'm concerned, Bob never died. Bob was a badass character and should have got more love on the show. But, oh well, it wasn't to be. But still, I bought her because honestly, one of my favorite characters from the show. I like the show just in general. It's a good show, and I really like what they're doing with it. I'm really looking forward to season 4. But yeah, Bob was one of my favorite characters. Just a really cool character that's kind of a bit understated, and we need to show Bob some love. And maybe, just maybe, I mean, the show's called Stranger Things, so I'm sure they could think of stranger ways of bringing her back. I'm holding out just a little bit of hope that Bob is going to make a return somehow, some way in the future season, but I guess that waits to be seen. But in the meantime, Bob never dies. But that is my collection. That is my Funko Pop collection, along with I've got some VHS tapes over there, and DVDs and Blu-rays and a bunch of other stuff that I've collected over the years, books, comics, all kinds of stuff down on this shelf. But yeah, this is me. This is what's behind me when I'm doing my live streams, and this is it for anybody who wanted to know more about this shelf and what's on it. A lot of Funko Pops, a lot of DVDs, Blu-rays, some other toys, PlayStation controllers, a sharpener, because why not? Another sharpener down here. That's I found actually. I can't remember where I found it, but I did find it. But it's a sharpener shaped like a piano, so that's pretty cool. A watch that doesn't have a strap. I used to wear a watch and the strap broke, and I just never replaced the strap, and then I just don't wear watches. I've got a fidget spinner over here. Because, you know what, why not? I've got some playing cards. I think I got these from like a Christmas crack or something. But I've got some playing cards over here as well, some more playing cards. I've got loads of playing cards. I've got some down here as well. I've got this one. This is Death Note playing cards. And that's from the gym I used to attend to. And got to say moisturized. I'm going to take care of your feet as well, by the way. That's for your feet. Going to take care of your feet. This is a kangaroo down here, and that's a leopard over here. This I got from South Africa. This was given to me at a place I used to work. It's a bulldog, I want to say. But yeah, I got that Back to the Future wallet, which I should probably start using it because my other wallet's actually broke, so I may also start using it. Trapper board in here, just like some toys and trinkets and other keychains and things. So yeah, this is my shelf. For anybody wanting to know what's on my shelf, this is my shelf. Oh, and these are from Real Bullets, by the way. These are spent shells from Real Bullets. I actually got these from, I was on a TV show once. I was an extra on a TV show, and they were firing guns, and we all had to stand well back because, you know, they're firing guns. And yeah, they had these, they had a bunch of spent shells on the ground, and I just picked up a couple and was like, all right, cool. I got spent shells from Real Bullets that were used on the TV set. So yeah. But anyway, that's going to be it for the minute. So guys, until whenever, if ever, peace.